What could be the last two ways? Rise and fly, my friend. Rise and fly. What this means is that in terms of the emotional scale, what I see happen so often is that when we hit the downward spiral, there is judgment, there is criticism, there is all of these energies that go on. In these moments, when you are going low, you need to find ways within yourself to choose to go high. But the first step is acknowledging that as a soulfully successful coach and a healer, you have chosen a challenging but hugely rewarding course and path of purpose. What this requires then is a loving, soul-centered community, which we have within the soul coaching community, to support you every step of the way, to help you to rise and fly in those moments where you're doubting yourself, where you're not sure what to do next. And this is where the soul coaching comes in, because you get to tap into that infinite wisdom within you through soul journeys. Soul journeys allow you this opportunity to go inside, to tap into it. I always say, the two things I say to the soul coaches in our community is, if you've got a question, journey or journal. And they will know I will ask that as a first question when we're checking in, when they're asking things. Have you journeyed? Have you journaled? You know that when you go into this heightened state of meditation, of reflection, of going within, it helps you to rise and fly above the small things and the distractions day to day, and see things from a much greater, higher perspective, which then takes us to grounding and anchoring. This is the 8th, but it should be the first, because it is one of the most important steps and ways to attract and manifest clients and to run a soulfully successful coaching and healing business. I have been burnt out twice in the last 9 years, and that's not including investment banking. That is including being a healer, a facilitator, and a teacher. And it was because I prioritized everyone over and above my own health and well-being. That's why in the soul coaching certification now I dedicate a whole day to self-care, to well-being, to get your self-care toolkit in alignment before you step out into this next level of expansion. Because as healers and coaches, we have a deep desire to give, to send our love out into the world. And what this means is that often we can put our own needs and our own well-being at the bottom of the barrel. When you have infinite energy, guess what? You have more to give the world. And what I say is, from a level of burnout, from overwhelm, from exhaustion, what comes with your level of service and giving is these tiny seeds of resentment. And these resentment seeds eventually turn into a massive oak tree. And it may not be towards your clients. It could come out with friends and family, or even towards yourself, because you know something is out of alignment. Grounding and anchoring is having a very physical, human, tactical, practical way that you self-care, your rituals, and having them be your most important date in your diary, in your day, in your week, in your month, in your quarter, in your year. So as we go through the soul coaching, we get you to define what that looks like, because it is such a top priority for me. So I would like to just summarize where we have been on these beautiful 8 steps. We have spoken about dreaming bigger, defining who you are, and celebrating and appreciating and acknowledging who you are as a coach and a healer. Dissolving everything that has stood in the way. If I wasn't afraid, I would. You can ask yourself this for 2 weeks. Keep repeating it and see what comes up. Stepping into designing that ideal business for you, the ideal people that you want to serve based on who you are in this world. Your deployment plan. What are those steps and those tactics that it needs to look like? And then this deep divine magnetism of surrendering and letting go. And this can align with every day waking up with gratitude and expecting miracles, which is my greatest joy in the world. Then what does it look like to support yourself to rise and fly with a soul-centered community, with people that are going to love on you and encourage your dream to get even bigger? And if you can hear this beeping, which has been going off, maybe it's a sign of rising and flying by going within, listening to the intuitive messages of your soul, and knowing that your soul is wanting to talk to you at every moment in time. And then grounding and anchoring. To ground and anchor your purpose on this earth, to ground and anchor greater levels of attracting more clients, attracting abundance and financial freedom, you need to be filling up your cup. You need to know that you are worthy and deserving of taking time out to rest, to restore, to move your energy when you need to move it, but to also fill up your cup with the juiciness of things that bring you joy in your life and in your days. It has been such a pleasure to connect. Please, if you haven't reached out already, shoot me a message. Ask me a question on one of the 8 ways, but know that I am here to support and love on you in every single way that I can. I am such a huge believer in this world that there are soulfully successful coaches and healers that are needed, because every single day I'm talking to people that are going through separation, that are going through suicide for maybe the first, second, third, even 5th time at attempts. People that are depressed clinically and have been for a really long time with major health issues. And I know that the world needs more heart and soul, and that there are unique people out there right now waiting to hear from you. But if you just sit there, if you don't take the next step, if you don't allow yourself to be seen and heard in a world and a community that needs you, no one will know. You will still ripple beautiful love into the world, I have no doubt. But I know inside of you there is a calling greater than even you can imagine. So I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Mwah! Over and out.